Episode 83, Kiss in a Dream. Unable to resist pouncing. On the soft, large bed, the girl was peacefully asleep, her cheeks rosy, and her jet-black hair spread over the pure white pillow behind her. Lu Tingxiao's mood involuntarily became restless. He sat down gently on the edge of the bed, feeling an impulse to do nothing but watch her like this forever. Well, doing nothing? In this situation, it seemed a bit unlikely. It had been a long, long time since she left Platinum Palace. A long time since he had seen her up close like this. A long time since he had been close to her. Even though he knew he shouldn't, the temptation was beyond his reason, and self-control was entirely ineffective. Lu Tingxiao picked up a strand of her hair, kissed it gently, and then slowly covered the girl's soft cherry-colored lips. Originally, he just wanted a brief touch, but it seemed to be a luxury. After the contact, the soft and sweet sensation made him sigh. He couldn't help but caress and explore further. Soon, his fingers lightly pressed on her chin, greedily delving deeper, extracting more sweetness. The girl, feeling a bit breathless, let out a discomfort low moan. Lu Tingxiao's back stiffened. He should have left, but his body completely refused to obey. Her slight resistance excited him even more. Holding onto her lips, he kissed even deeper. Lu. Hearing her seemingly whisper his name, Lu Tingxiao became even more excited. Pinching her waist, he almost wanted to melt her into his body. Due to the pain on her lips, Ningxi frowned and, not very pleased, waved her hand. Lu Cabbage. Hearing those three words, Lu Tingxiao was completely stunned. After reacting, he buried his head in her warm neck, emitting a wry and helpless low laugh, even interrupting her romantic thoughts. Lu Cabbage? This nickname. Well, it seemed not bad. Very special. It was her exclusive title. Seeing that night was falling, Lu Tingxiao finally reluctantly called the girl's name softly, Ningxi. Wake up. Ningxi, still half asleep, opened her eyes. As soon as she became clear-headed, she saw the perfect face above her and the star-like gentle eyes. Was she dreaming? No. She was in the lounge of the Great Demon King's office. Ningxi quickly sat up. Boss, did I sleep for a long time? What time is it now? Not long, just 2 hours, precisely. Wow. Am I a pig? I actually slept for a full 2 hours. Ningxi quickly got out of bed, tidying up the blanket. Don't rush. Someone will take care of it later. Oh, let's go. It's late, time for dinner. After waking up completely, Ningxi immediately got down to business. By the way, boss, did you finish reading the script? How is it? Can we start shooting? In fact, she was very worried. Considering Lu Tingxiao's meticulous and traditional nature, he might not accept the subject matter of the script. I've read halfway. Lu Tingxiao replied. Halfway? The Great Demon King's reading speed seemed not very fast. Unscientific. Probably because he was more cautious and read more carefully. Well, it's unfortunate. Did she have to wait for another day? So frustrating. Ningxi, being an impatient person who couldn't wait even for a minute, not to mention a whole day, frowned and said, What should we do then? Should I wait for you to finish reading and come back tomorrow? Lu Tingxiao picked up his coat from the hanger while getting dressed and said, Unfortunately, I have to go on a business trip abroad early tomorrow morning. What? Ningxi was shocked. It was like a bolt from the blue. Why did the Great Demon King have to leave as well? After a moment of thought, Lu Tingxiao continued, So, there are 2 options now. What are the 2 options? Ningxi hurriedly asked. Lu Tingxiao explained, Option 1, wait for me to come back from the business trip in a week. A week? It might not be long, but it wasn't short either. What about Option 2? Option 2, come home with me. Huh? Ningxi was stunned. What does that mean? It means you can have dinner at my place tonight. After dinner, I'll finish reading the remaining half of the script, and we can discuss it. We should be able to resolve everything today, Lu Tingxiao explained. Ningxi blinked and didn't hesitate at all. I choose Option 2. Did she even need to choose? Of course, she would choose Option 2. But after choosing, why did she feel like she had fallen into a pit again? A hint of amusement appeared in Lu Tingxiao's eyes. Alright, let's go. Ningxi graciously walked ahead, opening the office door for Lu Tingxiao. However, the next moment, when she pushed the door open, she was dumbfounded. Normally, at this time, everyone should have left work. But what she saw was a room full of employees, none of whom had left yet. They were all diligently working at their desks, occasionally stealing glances in their direction. Ningxi couldn't help but exclaim, "Boss, your employees are so diligent." Lu Tingxiao glanced at his employees and then looked at Ching Feng, who had been waiting outside the office for who knows how long. Ching Feng, bearing the hopes of everyone, had no choice but to come forward, and, of course, he couldn't say that everyone was scared and dared not leave. Instead, he laughed and said, "In gratitude for the company's cultivation, everyone is voluntarily working overtime today." Lu Tingxiao's face remained cold. "I've always advocated for efficient work, not mindless overtime." Ching Feng thought, "It's over." Following that, Lu Tingxiao added, "However, commendable dedication. This month, everyone will receive a 30% increase in their salary as a bonus." Lu Tingxiao was well aware of what they were thinking, but today he had indeed lost his composure a bit. It was probably because he had frightened them. It could be considered compensation for emotional distress. Moreover, his wife had just praised their diligence. Clearly, that was the key point. Upon hearing Lu Tingxiao's words, everyone couldn't believe their ears. Were they hearing things? Worried all afternoon, thinking the company was going bankrupt. In the end, the boss was actually giving out bonuses. This happiness came too suddenly. However, before they could be shocked by the bonus, an even more shocking thing happened. "Let's go." Lu Tingxiao turned to Ningxi and said, then walked straight through the employee area while softly asking the girl by his side, "What would you like for dinner? I saw in your friend circle that you're trying to lose weight. Should I have the kitchen prepare some low-fat food for you?" "Aha, sounds good. Actually, anything is fine for me. Don't worry too much about it. I'll just eat less," Ningxi said without hesitation. "Weight loss is good, but you also need to take care of your health. How about the nutritionist recommended by Siqin Mufeng? If it's okay with you, I'll have her prepare a reasonable diet plan for you." "Ah? Wouldn't that be bothering her too much?" "No, I'll make a call to inform her later," Lu Tingxiao said. Behind them, the entire company and all the employees fell into stunned silence. Oh my God! What did they see? What did they hear? This unexpected dog food. This sudden display of affection. In an instant, everyone collectively turned to Ching Feng, looking like they were on the verge of madness. "We're going to have a lady boss. I swear, Ching assistant, you're not loyal enough. You kept such a big secret. Not even a hint of it leaked. You scared the hell out of us. Just now, the boss suddenly gave us a bonus. Was it because Lady Boss praised us for being diligent? The boss never likes us working overtime. Definitely." Ching Feng rolled his eyes. He was almost scared out of his wits himself. Fortunately, these two seemed fine. Seeing the boss giving out bonuses and speaking softly, the crisis must have been averted, and the storm had passed. In a sense, Miss Ningxi was the one deciding their life and death. After calming down a bit, a female employee complained unhappily, "Stop being excited here. Who knows if she's really the lady boss?" Many female employees secretly admired Lu Tingxiao, thinking that the boss was everyone's. Now that he suddenly had a mistress, they naturally felt uncomfortable. They echoed, "Maybe it's just a joke." A male employee with a look of disdain retorted, "From my perspective as a man, the boss is definitely serious this time. If the boss were just playing around, would he have no women around him after all these years? Have you ever seen the boss in such a disheveled state? Have you ever seen the boss so gentle? Have you ever seen the boss speak in complete sentences with a subject, predicate, object, and adverb? That's true. Since I joined the company, I've never heard the boss say so much. I almost thought our boss had a language disorder. However, when he's coaxing a girl, there's absolutely no obstacle. What about us? We thought the boss liked men." Those unwilling female employees all looked indignant but couldn't refute. Unable to refute, they inevitably started to find a way to save face from other aspects. "Who is that woman anyway? She's still wearing a mask. Is she so ugly that she doesn't want people to see her? Even with a mask, you can tell she's a great beauty. You women who covet the boss, stop dreaming. You jerk, who are you calling women who covet the boss? We just can't stand a fox seducing our boss. Could it be that Suyimo? Actually, Suyimo has a good image. Very goddess-like. She matches our boss. You're blind. Suyimo, that fake woman, matches our boss. Stop arguing. You women, admit it, no matter who the woman is, you won't be satisfied." At Platinum Palace. Getting out of the car, Ningxi looked at the villa in front of her somewhat dazedly. Honestly, when she left back then, she never thought she would come back here one day. Lu Tingxiao noticed her daze. "What's wrong? Nothing. Ningxi shook her head and followed him into the residence. Midway, her phone rang. It was Jiong Mai calling. Hello, what's up? What's up? Just a reminder. Don't be late tonight. If you make me wait again, I'll really lose my temper. Jiong Mai threatened on the other end. Ningxi looked confused. Late? Late for what? Ning Xiaoxi. Are you looking for death? Oh, I remember now. Is it because I'm going to record a game live tonight? Got it. I was just joking with you earlier. I absolutely haven't forgotten. I definitely won't be late. Hang up, okay? Ningxi quickly hung up the phone, her face unavoidably a little guilty. In reality, under the charm of boss, she had completely forgotten about this matter. Ningxi looked at Lu Tingxiao with a wry smile. Boss, I endorsed a game, and to cooperate with the game's promotion, I have to host a game live broadcast tonight. What should I do? You can use my computer. Ningxi was momentarily stunned. Use your computer? Lu Tingxiao gently ruffled her hair. Don't worry, my computer has high specifications, and the internet speed at home is fast. It won't be a problem. Oh. Watching the reliable expression and tone of the big boss, Ningxi nodded repeatedly with starry eyes. It was certain that the big boss's computer had high specifications, and as for the speed, she had experienced it firsthand. When she lived here before, she loved the fast internet speed. It was incredibly smooth for browsing, watching videos, and playing games. I'll take you there, you can try it out first. Okay. As they spoke, they entered the house. Not far away, Yuan, the butler, saw the two returning together, looking surprised. He first lowered his eyes and respectfully said, Young master is back. Yes. Hello, Miss Xiaoxi. Are you here today, as a guest? Then, the old butler looked at Ningxi, asking tentatively, with a hint of excitement in his tone. Hello, Grandpa Butler. I came over for something. Ningxi replied. Is that so? The old butler was clearly a bit disappointed. However, after thinking about it, being able to interact peacefully was a positive development. Seeing the young master's mood was also good. Things had been so chaotic recently, and it had really scared him. At this time, the excited Bend walked over quickly. Miss Xiaoxi, you're back. The unintentional "you're back" made Ningxi, who had been quite calm, suddenly feel emotional. The subordinates of the big boss were all extraordinary. Ningxi chuckled. Bend, missed me? Missed you. Bend blushed, muttering. Then he noticed that Lu Tingxiao was also there and quickly bowed to greet. Young master, you're back. The little girl couldn't hide her expression. This performance clearly showed that Ningxi was much more popular than he was. Fortunately, Lu Tingxiao was used to it and took it optimistically. As long as he didn't excessively occupy his wife's attention. After Lu Tingxiao and Ningxi entered the house, Bend eagerly looked at the old butler. Uncle Yuan, why did Miss Xiaoxi suddenly come over? Is she dating young master? Butler Yuan shook his head. Don't make wild guesses. Miss Xiaoxi just came to find young master for something. However, based on the atmosphere between the two, it seems good. There was another sentence he didn't say. He didn't know if it was his illusion, but he always felt that Miss Xiaoxi's gaze towards young master was quite unusual. After greeting Bend and the others, Ningxi followed Lu Tingxiao directly into the study. Lu Tingxiao pressed the power button, pulled out a chair for Ningxi, gestured for her to sit down, and then, in her presence, entered the startup password. Ningxi didn't have time to avoid it, so she directly saw Lu Tingxiao's password. Because she felt good inside, she subconsciously murmured, Lucky 712? Lucky means fortunate, and what about 712? It doesn't seem to be Lu Tingxiao's birthday, nor Little Treasure's, and certainly not hers. With one arm draped over the back of her chair, and the other hand manipulating the mouse, Lu Tingxiao casually spoke when he heard her soft murmur, the numbers in the password represent my lucky day, the day we first met. Stunned for a moment, Ningxi was shocked and coughed violently. Upon careful thought, it was true. She hadn't reacted just now. Lu Tingxiao seemed to have casually said something just now. He opened the browser with a calm expression. You can download the game. Oh, sure. Ningxi hurriedly reached for the mouse. As a result, before Lu Tingxiao's hand could move away, she accidentally held Lu Tingxiao's hand directly. She quickly let go. I'm sorry. Just as she was about to stand up to apologize, she ended up smashing her head into Lu Tingxiao's arms. Lu Tingxiao rubbed the back of her head, seeming to sense her embarrassment. In a gentle tone, he said, I won't disturb you. I'll go down to the kitchen to check. If you have any problems, call me. Ningxi nodded in a hurry, okay. Seeing the big boss leave with the door, Ningxi finally breathed a sigh of relief, covering her face and leaning on the desk. Lu Tingxiao, if you keep acting like this, do you know I might not be able to resist pouncing on you? Ningxi finally recovered and opened the game page, starting to download the game client. The speed here was as impressive as ever, and the game was downloaded in less than 10 minutes. Entering the account and password, logging into the game, she glanced at her friends, and Jiong Mai was already online. Almost as soon as she entered the game, Jiong Mai sent a voice invitation. Ningxi accepted it. Are you up this early? Jiong Mai snorted on the other end. Do you think I'm like you? After saying that, he asked suspiciously, why are you so active today? Even if I'm active, you have a problem with that? Hurry up and team up. Let's play a couple of warm-up rounds. Okay. Sure. Jiong Mai perked up at the mention of playing games, forgetting everything else. However, tragedy struck as soon as the two began. Jiong Mai's voice on the other end was hoarse and desperate. Ningxi. Ah. What are you daydreaming about? Damn it, there's an ambush. Damn it, you died. Ning Xiaoxi. Did you forget to take your medicine today? Get lost. Did you forget to take your medicine? Slow reaction like this, didn't you remind me earlier? You're a swordsman and can't even protect the healer, and you dare to scold me. Although Ningxi felt guilty, she wouldn't admit it. Jiong Mai was infuriated, damn it. Are you really not in the right state today, Ningxi? Hearing Jiong Mai's expose, Ningxi choked, The big boss unleashed his ultimate skills today, and she was already performing exceptionally well at this level? Ningxi gritted her teeth, enough talk. Let's go again. The second round began, and they still died miserably. Dying so miserably, Ningxi got angry and started bantering with Jiong Mai. Jiong Mai, did a dog bite you? Charging forward like this, you're seeking death. Even if I were Huatua reborn, I couldn't save you. Change it, I don't want to play the healer anymore. I want to switch to a swordsman. Bastard, this is the requirement of the game company, not my choice. And, this is not about what you're good at. Although you excel in attack, you shouldn't play the healer so badly. Be honest, what's wrong with you today? Jiong Mai felt that something was off the more he thought about it. Jiong golden hair, stop giving me reasons. Clearly, you're bad at it yourself and blame me. Ningxi wouldn't admit that she was so captivated that she couldn't focus. She firmly shifted the blame onto Jiong Mai. On the other end, Jiong Mai was almost angered to death by her. As Ningxi was scolding Jiong Mai without stopping, she raised her head and unexpectedly saw Lu Tingxiao leaning against the door frame, watching her. She didn't know when he had arrived.